Good day everyone. So welcome back to my second video. So last time we talked about holiness of the body. And that particular holiness speaks to not carving eyebrows. And the reason why we as Christian, as children of God, should not do that and imitate the world, because that is the doing of the world. Carving eyebrow, correcting God's designs for eyebrow. So today in this video we're going to have a new topic, still holiness of the body, but it now pertains to painting the face. In other words, makeup. Very sensitive, because nowadays women are very addicted to makeup, even little girls. Our world today is really corrupted, and mostly people only tend to look at appearances. Yes, said the Lord said in 1 Samuel that people look at appearance and I look at the heart. But that doesn't mean that we are allowed to do anything we want with our with our body and the way we look, because in the Bible, the New Testament says that you have been bought with a price. So honor God with your body. So question, does painting your face honoring God? Is He happy with what you are doing with your face? Is He pleased? Because we Christians are called to please Him, not the world. To please Him, not the world. Ask yourself these questions before you continue on doing whatever you love and doing what the world are doing. So first is, I want to say that you are loved, you are beautiful. So why do we have to change nor enhance our beauty? In the Genesis said that the book of Genesis tells us that God saw all that He has created and it was good. Then Adam was already created on 6th day, and He said that on 6th day. So He included man, which He described as good. So good, we are good. So makeup tends to enhance, change, and cover what God has already created. What is natural in us, what is true creation, your true color, everything which is true, makeup covers that. Telling God that, and correcting God of His creation. So let's go on with our topic, which is why Christian women should not wear makeup. I'm telling about eyeshadows, eye makeup, eyebrows, lipstick, contour, foundation, everything that covers up your face and make mask covering your true nature, your true face, your true color, everything which is God's creation. So in 2 Kings 9 verse 30, this talks about Jezebel. Who is Jezebel? He is the daughter of Ethbaal, king of Sidon. So we all know that she introduces Baal worship. She killed the prophets of God and lead Israel astray by worshiping Baal and Asherah. So why is it important to talk about this verse at Jezebel? So in this verse said that Jezebel, when he knew that Jehu, the next king, will be coming over to her house, she wore makeup, painted her face. What is the reason of her doing that? So we all know that when we have visitors, we tend to look presentable. But let us look at the motives here. You know, she knows Jehu will going to be king. So her motives are to seduce Jehu for him not to kill her. But Jehu was not fooled. Instead, she died of the most horrible death. So makeup from this verse tend to seduce men. Jezebel wore makeup to seduce Jehu. It just showed that the inner corruption in her heart, which is the seduction brought by makeup, by wearing makeup, and her seduction in her heart. That is why she uses makeup, just like the way she seduced the people of Israel to worship other gods like Baal and Asherah. So Jezebel was evil woman, and she wore makeup to seduce men. Even if your intention of wearing makeup is not to seduce men, but your intention was just to look good, to look good, but you are still correcting God, because aren't you not wonderfully made that you need makeup to look good? Aren't you good? Just like what the Bible said, that all God's creation is good. Aren't you good enough? Are you lacking that you want makeup? Are you ugly that you want makeup? Think about that. Makeup covers you, covers your original face, covers and correct God. You correcting God of His creation. And even if you don't, your intention is not for seduction, you still look seductive. You get me? You still look seductive. Even in your heart, your motive is not for seduction, but you still look seductive. And correcting God of His original creation, which is your natural beauty. Next is the prophet Jeremiah and Ezekiel made an allegory. First, prophet Ezekiel in Ezekiel 23 compared the Israelites to two women, Judah and Israel, to the two women named Ohala and Oholiba. So these women used cosmetics and ornaments. They used cosmetics and ornaments based on the allegory Ezekiel made, associated with seduction, adultery, apostasy, and divine punishment. So they use cosmetics to seduce other nations. They use all other seductive ornaments, adornment to seduce and to push away God. First, the beauty of a woman should not come from worldly adornment, jewelries, and from outside only. And also, the ancient women like Sarah adorned themselves. Quiet and gentle spirit, and goodness of the heart, which is precious in the sight of God. God wants and loves women who adorn themselves in the adornment of the Spirit, which is good character, patience, submissiveness to their husband, respect, love for each other. That is what God wants. Because adornment on the outside, worldly adornment, belongs to the world. Only see the shell, not on the outside. For God, the inside is important, because it is incorruptible. It cannot be rotten. It cannot rot because it is grounded in the Lord. So even if you say that God needed inside holiness, which is good character, love, patience, submissiveness, gentle and quiet spirit, that you can now do whatever you want on the outside, which is hair, your face, that you cannot do that still, because on 1 Corinthians say that you are bought with a price. So honor God with your body. Thus, adorning yourselves with worldly adornment pleases God or honors God? No, it honors your flesh and the world. So, we can safely say that evil woman in the past uses makeup. And God considers evil woman that uses makeup. And that is not a woman of God. Sure, if you, almost, daughters of God uses makeup. Yes, God heard their prayers, God listened to their prayers, God gave them blessings, used them to preach, to worship, because it is through grace, because there is grace, mercy, love. But when they die, will they be accepted in the gates of heaven? Knowing that they correct God when they are still living, knowing that they don't trust God with what He has given, knowing that they incorporate their body with the things of the world, are they going to enter heaven? Even if she is a preacher, she is an evangelist, she worship Him in the pulpit, even if she does that, she does all that things, but she wears makeup, corrects God, do not believe in Psalm 139 that you are wonderfully made, do not believe in Genesis that all God's creation is wonderful, is good, she still uses makeup, will she enters heaven? Please think of your salvation, think of your eternity, because today grace is at your disposal. You can still change. Ask for the Lord for strength to release all the bondages, all the chains of worldly adornment before it's too late. Ask the Lord, if you continue to do these things, this worldly adornment, will you enter the kingdom? Some YouTube blogger, I have said to her that, sister, don't use makeup, because she uses makeup too much. Even if less, that is still not good. She used makeup too much, then I still tell to her what I've said to you, but she said, don't be religious. that's not religiosity, that's biblical, because God said that you have been bought with a price. So honor God with your body. Thus adorning yourself with worldly adornment honors God. Is God of the world? Think about that before it's too late. Don't spend eternity in hell. You have done everything for the Lord, but because of your worldly attachment, worldly make-up attachment, you're going to hell. No, don't be fooled by the tools of Satan, by the tools against women of this generation. We are women, right? Why can't we just satisfy ourselves with makeup? So in Psalm 139 verse 14, you are wonderfully made, and makeup corrects what God made. saying that it's not good enough. Again and again, I have said that for you to put that in your mind. Woman who wears makeup tried to add to what God has created. You know what adding is? Adding is false lashes, false hair, nail polish, lipstick, adding the color of your lips, because our lips already is colored. Color on your eyebrow. They must remain natural. You must remain natural. Be confident in the Lord. That includes your outside appearance. Be representative of God in holiness, in gentle and quiet spirit. Don't be among the world. Don't be counted as the world. Because you are not of the world, you're just visitors here in the world. Don't be conformed the standards of this world, but be transformed the renewal of your mind. One of the standard of the world is beauty standards for women. Don't follow that beauty standards, because the world is different from God's standards. Even though the world has changed and its standards of beauty, but God's standards still the same in entering heaven. Be natural, just the way God made you. Because you belong to God, you don't belong to the world. Beginning at the time that you have accepted God in your heart, you no longer belongs to the world. So stop being in the world and start being with God, obeying all of His commandments, because you have God's grace to follow it all before it's too late. So we Christians is to be content with the way God has made us. Should be contented. We should not follow the ways of the world that always competing in everything. No, God hates competition, because He has no favoritism. He just wants us to do all of His ways and wills. Everything God creates is good, and we should not try to alter it. Makeup alters God's creation, which is our beauty. God gave an appearance by using false colors for the face, false hair, dye, false eyelashes, or false everything. Be natural, because God's creation is good. So love God even more, because He loves you. And if you love God, you will start to love the way you are, the way He has created you. You don't have to change. The world has to change its heart. Be confident in the Lord, not just in your deeds, but also the way He made you. Don't conform to the standards of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You are bought with a price, so honor God with your body. Don't honor the world by correcting God, because you are not of the world. That's it. Bye. See you at the next video.